Kuala Terengganu is the largest city as well as the state and royal capital of the Terengganu state of Malaysia. Over 250,000 people live here, located 500 kilometres northeast of Kuala Lumpur on the South China Sea. The region's popular for sailing, but this time the focus is very much on dry land as the Asian Motocross Championship comes to town.
It's nice to come over here to Malaysia and ride with the TA45 Motorsport guys, and obviously stay on Husqvarna because it's the bike that I'm contracted to ride. So track's fun. Anything new is always exciting. So yeah, happy to be here.
That was Lewis Stewart, who has to start the season as favourite for honours in this series. The first race of the weekend gets underway. MX2 Moto 1 fires into life. Riders from Japan, Thailand, Guam, Malaysia, Philippines, Sri Lanka, India, Mongolia, Indonesia, Iran, Singapore, China, Australia and the USA all competing this weekend. Number 6 is Jean-Eric Mitra of the Philippines. There's the Malaysian rider Mohamed Khairul Afif on bike 45. Everybody sorting themselves out. Someone up on the top of the berm, and that allows Afif to move up a position. Here comes Mitra, and he has Agli Agassi of Indonesia behind him, and 18 is Mohamed Habibullah Mohamed, the Malaysian rider. Here comes Onin Theplib with the red number 1 plate, about to pass Agassi, which he does. So after a poor start, Theplib is on the march. Sun Shuyu, the Chinese rider, going nowhere. Someone in trouble, and that's Gary Gavino of the Philippines on bike 27. Theplib continues his march towards the front. He's now passed his old rival, Jugrit Sukrapaisan. Interview is Temuin Kadbata, the Mongolian rider, electing to take the tight line around the turn and not losing a position as a result. He's got the Japanese rider Kazuki Abe behind him. Abe looking to close in. Oh, and Abe goes up the inside, does he? No. It looked like he was going to go through, but he just stopped on the exit. And here goes Abe now, powers his way around. He's got the outside line, and again, Abe drops back, but he may have the inside line, I should say, into the next turn. And Abe goes through again. Rider down, that is Mohamed Faiz Mbuk of Malaysia, picking himself back up. Lewis Stewart on his way to the checkered flag. The Australian wins the opening moto here in Malaysia. Sean Lipanovic of Guam is second, with the two Thai riders, Theplib and Rompan, third and fourth. So that wraps up the opening moto of the opening round of the Asian Motocross Championship. The gate will drop any moment now. And it does. So the second MX2 race of the weekend is underway. Everyone seemingly safely around the first turn without too much unexpected drama. Certainly appeared to be no fallers. Yasu Patipi failed to finish the first race, and it looks like game over once again for the Indonesian rider. Gaps already appearing out front as Sean Lipanovic goes off track, and Cheyenne Rompan takes full advantage and slots up a position. He's followed by Agassi, Sukrapaisan and Theplib, who of course is riding with the number 1 plate. While they're fighting away with one another, Lewis Stewart, the race 1 winner, is pulling further away. Adena Bileg, the Mongolian rider, is 5th, with Habibullah Mohamed 6th and Del Vinter in 7th on bike 40. Someone else in trouble, that's Osman Aroy of Singapore. Theplib is still on the back of this small group. And no matter how much he tries, he just can't find a way past. Second in Moto 1, retired in Moto 2. No joy for Lepanovic this time. Theplib looks as if he's lost the toe and a slight gap has opened up. He's trying to close the gap. Oh, and that's Sukrapaisan that's gone off track. And the Thai rider on the AP Honda hands over the position to his compatriot and teammate. Theplib knows he's unlikely to be granted any more good fortune like he's already enjoyed, and he will have to work very hard to move up the leaderboard. His next target is Agassi. It is very congested in parts as we look at Zhu Jinhao of China being chased by Jean-Eric Mitra. Agassi into the turn, keeps it tight, which is what Theplib also elects to do, as does Sukrapaisan. Sukrapaisan finished 5th in the earlier race. And there he is on bike number 3. Looks like someone else has had a mishap. 47 is Kodbata of Mongolia, 6 is Mitra of the Philippines, and 38 is Jinhao of China. Coming up quickly on his inside is Pachok of Malaysia on bike 48. Well, he had a look, and he would appear to be preparing another move on his rival sooner rather than later if his body language is anything to go by. This is the battle for second place. Rompan just ahead of Theplib, but not anymore as the Thai rider slips up the inside. So another change of position toward the top of the leaderboard. It's going to be a double success for Lewis Stewart. The Australian takes the checkered flag for the second time today. 5th place goes to Agassi with Sukrapaisan in 4th. 3rd is Rompan with Theplib in 2nd. But the winner once again is Stewart. That wraps up day 1 here in Malaysia. And it's Lewis Stewart who leads the championship after the first round of races. Kuala Terengganu in Malaysia is the location for the opening 2 rounds of the Asian Motocross Championship. With day 1 and round 1 completed, it's now time to head to the circuit for day 2. The gate drops and Moto 1 of round 2 of the MX2 Championship bursts into life. Riders down, 2 at least by the looks of things. And one of them is the Chinese rider Jinhao. The other is Pachok of Malaysia, bike 48. It's Lepanovic who leads, followed closely by Stewart. There's a gap back to 3rd and 4th, which is being keenly contested by Habibullah Mohammed and Sukrapaisan riding number 3. Habibullah proudly displaying the Malaysian flag atop his helmet as Sukrapaisan goes through to move into 3rd. Lepanovic and Stewart still together. Lepanovic takes the tight inside line while Stewart opts for the wider route, which of course is longer, but it means he can maintain his speed. Stewart still chasing Lepanovic. The Australian was competing in the Indonesian series in 2011, riding for the Husqvarna Motor Indonesia team, and his career has moved forward from there. He's 29 years of age and comes from the town of Ararat in Victoria. Here goes Stewart up the inside, and he leads. So Stewart into the number 1 position, and Lepanovic drops back to second. Now he's got the lead. Stewart is setting out, building up a sizable advantage. That's what he's trying to do anyway. He's competed at events in countries all over the globe. Italy, Canada, Belgium, and the USA, to name but a few. This is a tight-knit trio. Rompan at the back, just trying to apply the pressure to Agassi just ahead of him. Both riders chasing the number 8 machine of Erdogan, who finished 6th in both of yesterday's races. Afif on bike 45, just passing 49 fires Mbuk. The 16th in race 1 for Afif yesterday, followed by 10th in Moto 2, while Mbuk scored 18th and 19th place finishes. Teplib on the move again. He's now just ahead of Agassi and Erdogan. That was Stewart, and the gap back to second is now 3 seconds. And it's still Lipanovic with Sukrapaisan closing in third. Lewis Stewart got his season off to the perfect start yesterday with 2 victories, and he looks like he will win this one as well to make it 3 in a row. .32 Rompan, being chased by 7 Agassi. It's a hat-trick of victories for 43 Lewis Stewart of Australia. 5th this time goes to Teplib with Rompan in 4th. 3rd is Lipanovic, who was passed in the later stages by Sukrapaisan, who claimed 2nd behind Stewart. The light for Stewart with 1 more moto to go. Let's now check out how the other classes went. It was a good weekend for Ananda Rigi Aditya of Indonesia in the Asian Junior MX85 Championship. He dominated his class for the majority of the races, taking 3 wins and a second from 4 motos to top the championship leaderboard at this early stage in the campaign. The Philippines dominated the Junior MX65 class, especially David Zander Viterbo. He proved unbeatable throughout the weekend, winning 4 races out of 4. There was also the opening 2 rounds of the Veteran Championship. Azari Ratap of Thailand romping to a total of 4 wins to claim maximum points. Visiting the championship today is the current Sultan of Terengganu. He is Malay by ethnicity and Sunni Islam, both of which are prerequisites for Malaysian royalty. The 4th and final MX2 race of the weekend about to get underway. Will Lewis Stewart make it 4 wins out of 4? A much better start by Teplib on the number 1 bike this time, but there are riders down. When the dust quite literally settles, we should be able to find out who has tumbled. And it's Sean Lipanovic who leads, and it's a good lead at that as well. Teplib is in second. He's got Stewart all over the back of him. The Australian braking hard into the turns, electing for a stop-start approach around that corner, as opposed to carrying the speed and keeping the throttle open by going wide. There he is, 43 Stewart, going wide this time, looking to take the speed, but he'll still stay in 3rd place behind Teplib. It's still tight between these 3, and perhaps Lipanovic, the race leader, is being caught by his 2 rivals. It looks to be between these 3 now, and any hopes Lipanovic may have had of breaking away have been well and truly dashed. Lipanovic, and Stewart is through, so the Australian moves up into 2nd place at the expense of Theplib. Six is Jean-Eric Mitra, and 49 is Mohamed Faiz Mbuk. Agassi of Indonesia still battling away in his quest to move into fourth place. He's currently squabbling over the position with Rompan. Stewart is looking for an opportunity to get by Lipanovic. He may try on the inside at the next left-hand turn, but the race leader defends his position, shuts the gap. It's a terrific contest between these two. Stewart elects to go wide, gets on the power, but still can't quite get past the race leader. And Stewart leads. He just gets his nose ahead of Lipanovic, who has the inside line into the next turn, and he may be able to reclaim top spot, but there wasn't enough room as Stewart this time defends the corner. 4 is Kenneth San Andre of the Philippines. Having lost first place, Lipanovic is now in danger of losing second to Theplib, and he has. So Theplib through to second, and Lipanovic down to third. Card Batar now has San Andre right on his back wheel. Maybe a gap. So San Andre slips inside his rival with a nice neat move, or does he? Kadbatar powers past, so it's as you were. They're still side by side. Rompan of Thailand has had some good results this weekend. He's finished in the top 4 of every race and looks set to achieve that again in this one. There's been no stopping Lewis Stewart this weekend. That is win number 4. Confirmation of the results, and remarkably, Lewis Stewart has been disqualified. That means the win goes to Anand Theplib, with Sean Lipanovic in second. This is the reason why, and it all relates to something that happened at the start gate. Stewart clearly has an issue with his machine and is calling out for assistance. The problem with his bike is that it has stalled and he's unable to get it going again. He's then assisted by one of his team who pushes his machine, he lets out the clutch, and the bike fires back into life and he takes his place on the gate again. However, that's deemed as a breach of the rules and he's removed from the final result. So overall victory goes to Sean Lipanovic.
Yesterday had some bad luck, and today turned it around, had some good luck. I mean, yesterday, like I said, didn't go my way. My bike broke, the chain came off, and today kind of turned around. But had a lot of fun, and I'll be back next year.
This is how the championship looks, with Stewart dropping down to third due to his disqualification. Rompan is second, with Theplib sitting on top. Trophy time, and that concludes both rounds of the Asian Motocross Championship at Kuala Terengganu in Malaysia.